Good morning, good morning, good morning. Sound check. I tried different things for the stream today. So just like different things to view. So if you were in the chat and you can hear me, can you let me know, please? Just want to get a couple minutes before the market opens. Some things we can talk about, and then we'll get to the get to the trade life. Sounds good. All right. So now, thank you, Robin. My next question, Robin, is when I do this, you should see my desktop, and I'm moving my face right now so you can see like the chat. But you should see trading view, right? So you should see like my mouse moving here, right? And the chat. Do you see that? If you do, could you please let me know? So if you guys see trading view, can you let me know? Because we are about to come back and retest the supply, which is great news. What do we see? What do we see, guys? Please get in the chat. Please get in the chat. Let me know. Just want to make sure that you guys are seeing what I see. Market's going to open in about 5 minutes. Awesome. Finance for Dummies. Thank you. One other thing I just want to check. Do you guys... So right now, you guys should see... Do you guys see Weeble now? I just don't have that many screens, so I can't... I can't really... So now you should see Weeble. All right, mint. So essentially, guys, I enter off the NASDAQ chart and the futures chart, but I trade here on Weeble. So for most of the stream, I'll be watching the ES or watching the NQ and then coming back over here to Weeble. Sorry, this is just my music. I'll turn this down. I also am trading crypto. Not currently, but we might make a crypto trade. So that will be on this screen right here once it comes up. Morning, PJ. So let me just go back to this then. I can make this kind of bigger then. We don't need to see my daughter. So then this would be the main screen. So let's go back to the desktop screen. Transition. Good. All right. Morning. So I'll keep the chat up there. Unless people like start trolling the chat, then I'll probably get rid of the chat. But I just wanted that to be up where my eyes were going to be for most of the time. And yeah, you can jump on the chat. But all right, as long as my screens are good. Ryan, I have not looked into it. It's just at my age, it's not something I'm just interested in doing. It seems like a lot of work. So today, guys, we're going to be trading. I pretty much have 4 things on the watch list, and you can see them all on the top, guys. And if you have any questions about this, guys, I want this to be educational. But this is the ES, so you can see this in the middle, and this is for a lot of people that maybe not understand. But so these are the future contracts, so they trade overnight. So you can see that there's a lot of low volume here. This is in the overnight session. So this is live, and this is what creates gaps when you look at the S&P 500 chart. That's what causes these gaps, because there's all of this movement overnight where when the market closed yesterday, it closed right around here, right? And you could see it still did a lot of action, but we're going to pretty much open a little bit above. So there's going to be a little bit of a gap up. If we look at the NASDAQ, so this one tracks the NASDAQ. The only indicators I have up are volume and VWAP. I will draw some trends of resistance. So we have this resistance that I had from yesterday. But that's pretty much it. Also trading AMD because it came up on the live stream the other night, and we drew, it was over here when we drew it the other night. So I'm actually going to be watching AMD today to go to the downside. it's pretty much been trending downward for a bit. Okay. And with that downtrend, I know that there was going to be some support here. So I have that support line, but now we're trading right in this nice little channel here. So I'm going to be watching AMD. If it opens up and we can't get into anything in the futures, I just wanted this to be here just so I could watch it. If it drops below VWAP, I might look to buy some puts on that. And then the crypto that I trade is Luna. All right, so Luna is the crypto that I trade. So that's something that I'll be watching. It just bounced off this support. To be honest, I only like to be really in one thing at a time. So I'll probably just save crypto for the evenings. But had a really nice crypto play yesterday. Like 11 o'clock last night. We played this breakout here to here. We had a nice little crypto move last night. It was very nice. I like the chart. We have about 2 more minutes till the market's open. I like what's going on in the ES right now, and also the NQ. As far as we're pretty close to demand. I am super patient, guys, so I apologize if this gets like a boring, but I'm trying to talk out as much stuff as I can. I do have Bailey's in my coffee, so we will get a little weird if we need to. But right now I'm watching to see if we can get this rejection off of VWAP. This will be kind of this test of supply, but we spent most of the overnight in supply. So until we get nice confirmation for me, which will probably be a break below 44.29, unless we get this break right here, that would be my enter with the target way down here. There's some other key levels in here that I'll start to draw in now as the markets are about to open. This might be a place that maybe I could take some profits here, might be another place. But these are all going to be my downside moves. But yeah, I'm probably going to wait for a nice little confirmation. We do see a little bit of lower lows, a little bit of lower highs that are forming out of supply, which is always a good thing for me. Yeah, Cole, I'm on spring break. Let's go. I'm heading to Nashville on Monday. But my wife and kids have school today. So I got the whole house to myself. I don't have to feel guilty about sitting on the computer. My kids and my wife are at school today. As far as plays to the upside, guys, I'm going to let this diddle as much as it wants in this supply zone for the S&P. And I probably wouldn't even look to go that long. The markets are open. Sorry if you hear that. Do you hear that? I don't know. The markets are open. Ding, ding, ding. The markets are open. I probably wouldn't look to really play that much to the upside. Really, till we kind of, I don't know, we'd have to form some pretty nice momentum. Awesome. Yeah, man. I'll be in Nashville from Sunday evening until Wednesday morning. We'll see if the NAS, see now here's how they can paint a different picture, guys. Oh, wow. It's selling right off of the open. So with the NAS, if we can get down below here, we might jump right in, guys, and play a NAS contract. We'll see what happens, but these are kind of going in opposite directions, which I don't love. So I'm just going to keep an eye on the NAS. It's the one I feel more comfortable with and has just a little bit cleaner picture right now. Sorry if I'm not talky, but definitely leave some questions in the chat if you have them. Because it'll probably happen quick. Actually, I can go over to it. Just to give you an idea of expirations and things like that. Right now, you should be seeing the Weeble page. If you're not, please let me know so I can change some things up. But right now, I'm trading with like a $2,500, I think. Right now, I have 2,500. Yeah, I'm not going to do 0 days expiration. F that noise. I'm going to go out to 420. What's up? It's lit. I'm going to trade Wednesday 420s, and then I try and keep my deltas around 0.4, maybe like 0.4 to 0.5. So I probably won't play right out of the money here if I go puts, and I probably won't go down too far. So that's why I can just keep 10 up here like that. And then I'm just going to be playing one contract at a time to open, and then I enter more contracts as need be. Now, when I'm on this Weeble page, can you guys see my face? That's a question I have. Not that you need to see my face, but I'm actually going to go back to the main desktop for now, because like I said, I like to watch here. So I'm just watching to see right now. Oh, you can't see my face when I go to that one? Okay, that's something I'll just fix for next time. I'm just watching the NAS to see if we can pretty much break down below here. That would be a pretty good entry point for me, 14,170. I do keep the VP VR up as well, but usually not till I'm in a trade. This is just going to give me some volume indicators. It's just another volume indicator, but I usually keep it off until I'm in a trade. It just helps me find out where volume is being conducted on the chart and things like that. Try to make this as big as possible, guys. I just like to keep both of my zones in my screen, or the two relevant ones. So that's why you're going to see the red on top. Those are supply zones. If you're not sure how I draw supply and demand, guys, I just made a video on this channel about it. You can go back and check those out. But what I'm really curious about is if the SPY, right, if the ES can push up to this 4455, I'm going to look for a rejection off the top of that. Let's see, we had resistance here. We'll see if that acts as resistance again. That might coincide with a drive up into this supply, which would be fantastic. Really, as far as the contract sizes are about the same. The NAS just seems to move a little bit more. It has a little bit more volatility for me, so it just makes it easier to really trade. Currently for the week right now, guys, I think I'm like, I'm down like $80 for the week. So we can get some green. We'll mitigate losses. I'm definitely not trying to make back that $80. Actually, I'll tell you exactly where I'm at. I am at, for the week, I'm down $86 for the week. So I'm not trying to make that back. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Let me see if I can. Just give me a second. I'm going to see if I can add a. Just want to see what my camera is. Yeah, just watching that push a little bit more, guys. There we go. Make it so you can see my face on Weeble. See, now we're getting that pushback up in the supply. I would love that to happen right now. That would be good, 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 good. I haven't looked at Citigroup in all now. Luciano, what's up, man? How are you? You guys drinking coffee? I like when I have off, I can, oh, nice rip. I can do some nice French press. Big French press guy. Nice little rip. See what happens here. But this is the first higher high, right? So we had this downtrend of lower lows and lower highs. So this is now a higher high, right? Which is going to be a little bullish, but it's just going to make me need some more confirmation. That's all. But that is a nice rip. Still watching the 14,176. I'll probably just say 176 until we break below, just to make it easier. That's how I think it in my head. About 3 minutes, guys. I'm looking at the 5-minute candles. I draw my zones on 1 minute, on 1 hour and 1 day. But I tend to trade on the 5 minutes. I'll sometimes look for confirmation on the 15-minute. The 15 minutes is also going to look very similar, but we see the same downward trend that we had pretty much overnight. So it's kind of like, are we going to continue to trend down from the overnight session, or are we going to get a little bit of support and maybe get a little bit of a bounce? That's kind of what we're trying to decide. I try not to trade in the first 5 minutes anyway, so we're about 5 minutes in now. So we'll see what happens here. And then we were talking about the ES just a minute ago and seeing if we were going to find that support off that rejection here. We pretty much got it to the tick. So now let's see what's going to happen, right? We said if the ES can get here, we'll get a rejection, and hopefully that will coincide with here. A little similar. So right now the markets are looking pretty heavy right now. Gonna wait. Definitely, I'm probably gonna wait till the end of the close of this candle and see what happens. Especially with the ES, I only look at both. One doesn't really dictate the other and lead the other. It just happens that way. But they trade pretty similar. On crypto, I trade on a much bigger time frame, so this is the 1 hour time frame. 5 minute looks like this. But for crypto, I trade on the 1 hour. The cryptos are like almost swing day trades, like they're long-term plays. I won't keep them open while I'm sleeping, but so we got that push down to 177. SPY's also coming off that nice little push to open. See what that does. Maybe come down, test VWAP, or even get a little bit of a wick test here. Robin, you never finish your coffee. This coffee goes right on to the next one. Yeah, French press. Love it. We got a local roaster. I don't even know. Like, people always like, oh, what kind of coffee you like? I'm like, I go into the local roaster and I say, can I have 1 pound of dark blend, please? I'm going to make a video on the crypto, Robin. It's coming up soon. I'm liking the crypto. It's a lot cleaner than stocks. As I'm learning more about support and resistance, it definitely respects support and resistance a little bit more, to be honest. That's why I've liked it. And I'm a night owl, so I like staying up all night and trading. We could see this little clump over here of this was once resistance. We're going to see if it can act as support and it's going to keep going, or if we're going to blow right through it. There's that blow down through here. So now with 18 seconds left on this candle, guys, I'm probably going to watch this. If we can get maybe a test up to this 195, I might look to play puts. So yeah, 195 right here comes up, touches this wick. That's probably going to be a little bit of an enter for puts for me. See, here it comes right now. I really want to see it come up and test that. You hate to see this, right? Because I could have treated this as a test. See, this was also a little bit of support. But, guys, you're going to get rips. You can't hit every one. And I'd rather a confirmation of this test than just to jump all over it and try and catch a falling knife. This was something that early on I was doing quite often. I was seeing this huge candle, and then as soon as I saw red, I was buying. And then I'd buy, and it would do this a little bit, and it would still come up and test. So I'm going to be pretty patient here, and I'm probably not going to enter until like the 195 range, at least on this candle. ES is still heavy, just broke VWAP. On the ES, I'm going to wait, and I would need pretty strong confirmation below this 436 range. If we can break below 436 and get maybe a nice little test right here of that 438, I might look to play some downside down to these 423s. Can't drink coffee all day anymore? That sucks. I'm usually like good for, this is my second cup for the day. I'm usually good for like 2 cups in the morning, and then I'll hit like the 1 o'clock, and then I'll probably hit another 5 o'clock. Those are usually my coffee spots. Changes when I'm home though. Now that I have like coffee at my disposal all day. I do have to exercise though. I can't exercise when I have too much coffee. So usually after the stream, I'll probably work out for an hour or two. And then, yeah, right after that workout, I'll do a shower and an afternoon coffee. The Mets don't play today, so it's just going to be a nice, easy day for me today. And then I'll pick up my kids. Wifey will get her workout in. Also, another thing I'm watching, guys, that I don't have on the stream is I'm watching volume too, like time and sales, like the tape. So that 444 on the ES acted as a little bit now support. I want to definitely see a breakdown through that. See if we can push through that. I don't think it's far-fetched to see 139 right now. Here it goes. And you might be asking yourself, if I think it's going to go to 139, then why not enter? Well, because I think that 139 is going to be a bounce. Right, and I don't need this play right here. I can wait. If anything, I might play the bounce to the upside. We'll see. Usually for me, it takes about 15 minutes for there really to establish some sort of direction. There's definitely buyers. Buyers definitely want to play. There it is. Here it comes. All right, so here's that 139 I was just talking about. See what happens at this 139. Just marking off levels of interest, guys. So there's that push below that I needed to see. Yeah, it's looking pretty heavy, guys. Brad, how long are you just going to let this flush to the downside before you play puts? Just waiting. Just want a little bit more confirmation. I've seen this in the first 15 minutes before, and then it rips to the upside. If this comes up to 440, I might go SPY. I'm gonna set up the SPY over here. We might be doing some SPY puts. Yeah, if we can get to 440, nice little push here. I'm probably gonna go short. One more tick. My stop will pretty much be above VWAP. I'm going to play ball. My stop's going to be VWAP. Let me switch over now. So now over here, now I will actually look at the SPY. I mean, I have both open, but we were right at the 9-day EMA right here. My stop is definitely going to be VWAP. If we can get up to VWAP right here on the SPY, I'm going to be out. So right now I have the 441 puts expiring on April 20th. Now we wait. So this is like the, I guess the fun part. I don't know. When you're in the trade, you think that's fun. I don't know. I'm probably going to be looking to target right here at 442, guys. It's probably going to be the place that I want to take profit. It's got a nice, there's a lot of action down here. I'll draw that line in so you guys can see it as we try to approach it. Yeah, that's this dotted line here. We'll make this dotted. Maybe you guys can't see it when it's like that. There's going to be my take profit. I am going to watch this very carefully right here, though. See, yeah, it's pushing that. There we go. Try to get out. I missed it. See if it pushes down again. Yeah. All right, guys. So I'm out of that trade. Like I said, not exactly at my profit. I drew this in right here. And to be honest, I saw this wick and I saw a little bounce and there's volume down here. I saw some buyers coming in when that happened. And I definitely didn't want to snap back. I'm totally okay taking 9% on that trade. And we were in that trade for like, you can't see it? What do you guys see? Hold on, Cole, that blows. You can't see this right now? What do you guys see? When I'm right here. Oh, that sucks. I thought we tested this out before. What do you guys see? Yeah, so right under the options chain, what do you say? All right, hold on. All right, let me go over here. Maybe I screwed that up. But I'll put it over here for now so we can get a recap then. My bad. So, okay. Here's, I guess, what you guys could only see the chain, I guess. I don't know. But pretty much caught the test back up. We entered right about the EMA, and I had this target down here. But when we got down to this tick down here, I saw a lot of buy orders coming in, and I was afraid of it snapping back, and I didn't want to be a prick for the tick. So I was very happy taking a 9% profit on that trade, $26.88 on that one contract. That sucks that you guys can't see that. I'm sorry. What is it? So let me just bring this back over to here. Sorry, I just want to try this again. So when I do this, you only see the options chain, like you don't see the chart. Like, tell me what you can. Oh man, that sucks. That was the whole point. Just the options chain. That blows. Let me see if I can fix that. I see what happened. Stand by. Stand by, please. I think I figured it out. What an asshole, Brad. Wants to trade live. Can't figure out his own shit. All right, talk to me now. Do you guys see everything now? Oh, so we're breaking down below that. Do you see it now? Thank you. I think I realized what happened. It should be fixed. Nope, same. Now it's fixed. I had to fix it. I didn't click after my edits. I didn't push publish. It should be good now. I can't diddle too much here because it's moving. So we can jump back onto that horse if we need to because there's some action happening right now that I want to watch. So the ES is still pushing down. I'm probably not interested again until we get to this dotted line level here at 423. 423. All right, so I'll go back and recap that trade in just a second, guys. I just want to see what happens if we can get a bounce off of this 423 down here. The NQ, I want to see that same bounce. If we can get continuation below this 98 level, I think we can see a nice little play to the downside as well, and keep pushing. But this is a pretty big sell-off, so I'm going to be very, very cautious. I'm going to be very, very cautious. All right, so now with all of that said, now that we're being cautious, you guys see the full Weeble screen. You see the options chain, the chart, my SPY position that I just got 10% on. You see everything, just so we're clear. And then this is what I'm trading crypto on. This Bitcoin. Oh, perfect. Thank you. Well, I'm sorry for that, guys. Now I know that I'm a donkey. So while we're talking about Luna, I'll be looking to go long once we get down. We'd probably need to break some of this support, but we'll go back to this. Okay, perfect. So now let's go back to the main screen and see if we can get into another one here, guys. What we might want to see is a retest up. If we can get a retest on the NQ up to 141 right here, I'd probably this level just got cut through, so I'm probably just going to invalidate this. And it was drawn over here. That was a little wick, but it just burst right through there. We might get a test up to it. If we can get a nice little test up to here, we might go short again. I generally don't like to mix and match. So now that I traded the SPY, I'll probably stick with it. But I don't know. Let's see if we can wait. We don't want to catch a falling knife. There's definitely going to be some pullbacks. If we can get a pullback up to 141, I'm definitely going to be going short again. First, we need to get through. We're pretty much there. We got to see if we can push through this 126 level. AMD did what we thought it was going to do too. If you were here before, I was waiting for this bounce off. Should we play one of these? Let's play one of these. Oh, I kind of want to play AMD down. Down to here. That might be a nice AMD move. Let's see what AMD contracts look like. What do you think? Let's see what AMD contracts look like. No data. What did I do here? Oh, I typed in the wrong AMD. Oh, they're cheap. They're cheap. They're cheap. They're cheap. They're cheap. It's another one of those things. I don't want to catch a falling knife. you know, let's just play one. AMD. Yeah, I don't want to catch the bottom, though. I kind of want this to come up a little bit. But I really think this can come down. There's like a little bit of support there. I'm just watching this, guys. I just want to see if this... There's a lot of buyers. You can see a lot of buyers stacked. And this is part of like when you don't understand the price action that you're moving. Thank you, Luciano. Yeah. This is like I'm trying to avoid the FOMO of just entering this. And we just had a retest of 126. Let's stick with what we know. This might be a good little trade, though, today. Wow, that trade's already up 36% today. I'm going to keep this take profit there because it was a target of interest for me. So now I'm just looking to see a break below that to go long, or even if we can get a test back up to the 9 EMA, we'll see what happens there. Let's go back to the main screen, though. I'm watching this. If this comes back up and comes near VWAP, we might go again. There's just not a ton of volume on it. I know that these look big, but it's not a ton of volume. I also don't want to chase things just for the stream, and AMD is not something I generally trade. New 5-minute candle. What I'm kind of looking for right now is possibly a little bit of a flag. You guys probably can't see that. Be a little thicker. So we got this bull flag right where this was going to be the pull. We're going to watch this level here. Makes pretty much invalidated, I think, if we come above this. But if we can pretty much come up, maybe test this, I might be looking to enter more to the continuation to the downside. Still targeting right here this 423 zone, 423 level. Make it a little bigger for you guys so you can see it a little better. I think if we can get a break out of this little flag, we might have a little bit of a flag here. To be honest, like they used to, what do they say? Like about halfway up usually invalidates it. So if we got to push back up above 435, it's probably going to invalidate that flag. But we'll see. See if we can get another little continuation breakout. And I'll be prepared to take puts. I'll probably take the same 441s. The tape looks pretty good. It's kind of slow. It's continuing to push up. Yeah, pretty much right where it's at. I can almost invalidate the flag. If you are in here, please give the video a thumbs up. If you're watching, trading, let me know where you're at too. I'm really curious about that. I'm on Long Island, New York. Long Island, New York. Heading down to Nashville in 2 days. For anybody that just jumped in, we have made one trade today so far. That was a nice little put that we got pretty much this little down play. We tested to here. We pretty much got out right at the bottom tick here. It's a pretty nice play. 8%, 9.81%, $26 for the day so far. So now the goal is to not blow that up. The Great White North Canada. Well, top of the morning to you. I love when people screw that stuff up. You know what I'm talking about. I'd love to live in Canada. If Canada had Mexico's weather, I'd be a Canadian. Because I'm an island boy. If we're being full disclosure, I'm actually not allowed in Canada right now. I found that out last year when I went up there to do a race. They don't let certain types of people in there. Certain types of situations. Wow, nice little rip here. Yeah, this flag guy is now invalidated. Let's see what's happening on the NQ. Oh, see, look at this though. Oh, stand by. Stand by. Ah, we missed that one a little bit. So we tested that 141. We also just bounced off the VWAP for SPY. Robin, I think you asked about VWAP before, right? Volume weighted average price. It's just an average of like where volumes are being conducted. It's just a good idea of pretty much that, like the price at which volume is being conducted. You can Google. It's a very, very easy definition. I'm not going to try and butcher the definition of it, but if we now, I'm on the NQ now, if we can break down below this wicks right here, try to hit it 3 times. If we can break below that and get below 98, I'm going to enter. See, there was this wick up here that's battling. That was once resistance that is now acting as support over here. So if we can break down through that into this cluster, I think we'll have a fair amount of downward move. There she is. Keep moving. Keep moving. We're in. Stop loss is going to be pretty tight. Stop loss is going to be pretty much at the tops of these candles. Getting some movement in our favor. Okay, I got to get out of that. That's too good of a candle. I might re-enter, but I had to get out of that. I had to get out of that one. I got another 6.81% on that trade. That was what, 5 seconds? We got right out of the once it broke below, I knew we were pretty good. We're showing pretty good strength. I should have stayed in, guys, but I didn't really have any levels marked, and it's going to keep ripping, and that's okay. Like, it's okay for me to say, hey, I probably would have got another couple dollars, but to be honest, I didn't have a plan this far to the downside. All right, and I couldn't let this go without knowing where it could bounce. Right? Do not be afraid to take profits. 6.8% in literally under a minute. The day's P&L for that trade, another $27. So with that and the SPY, 27 and 26, we're up a little over $50. And we're an hour into the day. That might do it for me. We might just take the $50 down 30 on the week and run. And we'll see. Like, I'm actually kind of glad I got out, because if we look, this is a very, very big area of interest, right? So we actually did get out at the right time. That was a good little bounce. 2 good plays there, guys. 2 good plays. Let me go back where I just showed you. So when this thing started ripping, guys, like I said, I didn't have this line drawn, and that's what I was just talking about. Like, I did not have a plan to the downside. I still think this is a valid target all the way down to 952. I just frankly do not want to sit in front of my computer and wait for that to happen. And there was a lot of little chop in here. I just drew this line, right? This acted as a resistance. It came back down into demand. If I extend this out, that's why I had to get out of that trade. And it's still ripping to the downside, guys. We see that. And that's okay. It's okay to be like, I could have made more money on that trade. That is okay by my book, because I guess, if anything, I should have just planned for more to the downside. And I didn't. I didn't think we were just going to tear down like this. And with that support, if I would have had that drawn, I probably would have got out. Here it goes. Whoa. Let's see how much we would have made on that, where this trade would have been at right now. So my orders, I sold it at 437. It's currently worth 481. So 37 to 80, another $50, I'd be up. This would be a $70 trade for me. And as I said, in hindsight, we're okay. What we might do, and I'll stick around just for a couple minutes. I got my education in Arizona. If we can come up and test this again, I might look to play down to this resistance line. So we'll wait a couple more minutes on this NQ and see what happens. What I do not want to do is give back the $50 trying to break even on the week. I'm not going to do that. If we get in, it's going to be just a good trade. The ES flag, we were looking at the NQ flag, and I said that was invalidated. If we look at the ES flag, it was almost perfect. Came up, touched the supply we had drawn already, and then just ripped to the downside. So now we might be looking for a nice little recovery and then maybe another flush. Yep, Robin, it's all about the plan. And I mean, fortunately for me, it's worked out both times. The other thing about entering now is right before we enter, we have to have a stop. So if I entered here, what would make sense for a stop? Would it be this level? Like, that's not enough room for me, you know? And I definitely don't want my stop to be all the way back up by these wicks. So this is where you get in like no man's land for the stop. You don't really want to just be placing a trade and being like, oh, if it gets up to here, or if I lose $20, I'll get out. Like, to be honest, I don't look at the P&L while I'm trading. I only have that up for you guys. But this is one of those situations where I think there's a very, very good chance that we might get a little bounce off of this and flush down to this resistance line. But having a bad stop, it makes it not worth it to me, right? There'll be other moves. This was very, very defined, right? We had a very, very defined stop. So it's going to hit here. If it breaks that candle and continues to the upside, we'll get out. Same as before when we had our stop. As long as you have your stops in play, you're good to go. But we can see after that rip, we're having a nice little bit of balance right now. Let's see, would we have been right on AMD? We would have been. And what we were gonna play AMD. Oh no, down to this line. AMD still might be valid. Still, oh man, I want to play the AMD. If we get a nice wick test here, we're gonna play AMD. Oh, I don't want to do that. Thank you, Weeble. We're going to play an AMD. Stop is going to be at the top of this wick. I entered on this wick test. Guys, if you don't know what a wick test is, when we have a nice big flush, we'll come up and test the wick before. So I entered on the wick test. I'm going to be playing downside to 94.69 is going to be my take profit. And my stop is going to be right at the top, 96.23. After this candle, there's 25 seconds left on this candle. After this candle, we might readjust our stop loss. So when you're green, you kind of want to keep the green going, but I just wanted to test this wick test and see what's going to happen. There is a lot of buying pressure coming in. You can see the time and sales on the level 2 down on the bottom right. We're just going to let this one develop. If it comes above this wick now, if it goes green again, I'm probably just going to get out. So I just lowered my stop loss to almost break even. Just giving it some time to develop. We got some sellers coming in. Stop loss is definitely going to be above that wick. I'm not going to lose money on this trade. $95 is my target, guys. I don't know if we're going to get that full move. It's kind of playing out. I might get out of this trade. No, it's going. Still getting that pressure. Don't like that. It's tough when you see it up like 6% and then it does this. A lot of buying pressure coming in. 2 minutes left in this candle. So we got some buyers, some sellers coming in. Kind of just watching this. Don't really love the follow through to this downside, but still okay right now. Kind of just waiting out the rest of this candle. We got another 45 seconds left in this candle. I want to definitely see it finish red. A lot of sellers coming through. Buyers trying to defend. Guys, I'm going to get out of that trade. I'm going to take the $8.88. I just didn't love the follow through. I could always re-enter. After seeing this wick and potentially losing in this trade when I can lock up $8, almost $9, I'll take that. I'm going to keep watching, see if we can get some more downside pressure. And we do, look, see? And this is okay. When things don't feel right, guys, it's okay to get out. Like, see, there's a lot of action at this level. Things are happening here. And I just, frankly, just didn't want to be a part of it. That's really all it comes down to. I didn't want to be a part of what's going to happen next for this. And said we might get some continuation. That's fine. I'm okay not getting everything out of it. I played it to the right idea. Like, we got the wick test and we got a little bit more, but it's going to keep going. And that's good. It's okay. Charts off the side of the page again. Oh my gosh, look at it go. Let's see what you guys see. I just looked at my phone. I have 31 text messages. Like, can a guy have a day off? 31 text messages? People I don't even give out my number. I just want to see what you guys see right now. Which I guess I could have done the whole time. Pay the man. I don't know. You guys see awesomeness. Oh, it's still going off. Still going down. It's all right. I mean, are we mad that we could have... What did we close this for? We closed it at 257. It's right now 267. So we could have got another $10 out of this to really sweat. Like, to me, I'll take the $8. Down $23 on the week. Pretty good day today so far, right? We've gone from 86.64 to essentially 23. So we're having a good little day. Even though down for the week, we're having a good day. I'm probably going to mess around here for another 10 minutes, see if we can see anything else of interest. I'm glad that I got that AMD. I needed to get that out of my system. But we're seeing a little bit of consolidation. We're seeing a little bit of consolidation here. Yeah, I'm looking at the stream. It looks totally fine to me. What do you got, Michael? It's NQ looks like it's coming back to 14K. Yeah. Those are my NQ lines. Yeah. I'm not really interested in going short again to the downside. And when I say short, I just mean to the downside. It's easier than saying buying puts. I mean, I guess we can just say I'm going to be buying. But I'm not really interested in puts until we get back up to this 98, to be honest. And once again, for the same reason before, I need a good stop. So, for example, like if I wait and it tests this, I can enter knowing that I want my stop to be right here at 114. If I enter here and then I still think this is going to be a little bit of a resistance, I still have to take that whole loss. And then if it blows through there, that's where I'm really going to take a loss on the day. So really, although I still think it can flush to the downside, I just, for a stop loss, I need to wait until it gets up to 98. Luciano, just remember that gravitational potential energy is a change in height. So depending on what you call your position, a student standing on the edge of a cliff could have a gravitational potential energy of 0. You'd have to tell me what work was done to get that student to the edge of the cliff. If you want to speak in technicals. Here's a little thing for the chat, guys. What's the difference between a nerd and a geek? Is there a difference between a nerd and a geek? Tell me what the difference between a nerd and a geek is. Oh my gosh, Luna's still going. So what's the next rip for Luna? Just throwing out some possible Luna fun for after the stream. If you're curious on the Luna trades, guys, that's what I talk about in the Discord. That'll all definitely be in there. But we've broke this path that I had drawn from yesterday on Luna. Dong dong. Yeah, we're just seeing a little bit of consolidation here, guys. Not something I'm interested in participating in, I don't think. So an hour and a half. We made a couple trades. 3 trades, 3 for 3 today to end the week, guys. It is closed tomorrow. So let's do some quick calculations. We got $8.88 on that AMD, which really hasn't moved. Right? We could have got another $10 out of that. The Q, we traded it all today. The Q, we got $27.88. And the SPY, we were able to take $26.88. Good for $63.64, which on a portfolio of 2,600 US dollars is a 2.4% return on the portfolio. So I don't know about you guys. And all of that was right here, Brad. Why didn't you just click that, you donkey? Anybody that won't take 2.47 and just walk away, to me, is, yeah. And the upsetting thing is, guys, that will be a loss for the week. I will take a red loss, $23 for the week, unless I get, back into it. Yeah, Cole, like 2.4% on your portfolio is a really, really good day. And this was kind of that video that I posted on my main channel last week. If $63 isn't worth your time, I've been out here for an hour and a half. So we're talking $40 an hour or so pre-tax. If you this isn't good enough for you and you want to trade for this portfolio with this portfolio size, that's going to be really, really hard, right? Like if you're trying to make $100 a day on a $2,600 portfolio, that's going to be really, really hard to do. All right. I am okay with this, and I'm going to go exercise. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my day. I'll keep an eye on some things, and if I get into the Discord, I'll let you know if I make any other trades. But I think that's going to be it. We do have, oh gosh, don't suck me back in here. See this flag? I just want to know. I want to know if there's going to be. See this? Let's just see. Let's hang out for a few more minutes. I'm not trying to run, but if I was going to not take a trade, I would leave. But this is something I'm definitely interested in. Thank you, Luciano. Yeah, definitely like it. We're going to watch this for another minute. If we break this trend to the downside, I might play puts. With a nice stop at like 423. But it's continuing up. 15-minute has a nice little flag too. But also, guys, right, what are our friends, right? Volume's our friend. So you see the last time we had a flag, we had volume into it, and then buyers and then sellers pretty much said, no, I'll have enough of that, please. Right now, volume is pulling back. So I would kind of want to see a little bit of an increase in volume, to be honest. But we'll see. We'll see. I also got to pee really bad. Yikes. It's playing right that support. See, that's a good feeling. I almost forced a short when I saw the red candle there, and the market would have just psyched you out. Same with AMD. See, we would have been at a loss. If we would have tried to have been playing around with this AMD, trying to get a lot out of it, we'd be currently at a loss. I bounced perfectly off that level. Freaking loner jerk. This is like why I like futures, why I like crypto. It respects levels really, really well. Like we drew this in, it pretty much bounced right off of it. And it'll probably play up to VWAP, to be honest. That's what I'll be looking at after my workout. Everything ripping. Yeah, guys, I'm just not seeing anything that's really A+ for me. Definitely don't want to force anything. I'll take my 2% of my portfolio, and that'll be it. All right, guys. Thank you so much. If you are on your way out, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to Bradfin Day Trades if you are not already. I'm going to do this a lot next week once I get back from Nashville, maybe next Thursday and Friday. We'll do this again for an hour or so. I do have my kids at home, and family first for me. So when my kids are like, Brad or Dad don't work, let's go outside, they're always going to get my attention first, especially when I only have a couple years left. All right. Take it easy, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day.